in violence and we need to keep safe. We are. Come on, have a heart. What if someone pushes us back?
We don't want to riot. Let us out.
I'm peaceful. I want to just leave. Please let me out. Please.
Hell, you can do it.
Please let me out. We want to go back to that. We're being polite, please.
You know what?
Whoever you have to ask, can you just ask them? It almost seems like we're trying to make it would just be decent, basic, civil courtesy.
Last I checked, we are humans, and last I checked, our duty was to protect us. This is not exactly.
And I am for a freer world to change this nation. So let me out, get to Liverpool Station.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit about what's going on now after what seemed to be a fairly peaceful protest?
Well, we're just queuing to get out, really. Been here for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Just waiting, and no idea when we're going to be let go, really.
Right. Do you think the police can legally do that, or they should be doing that?
Yeah, they probably can legally justify it,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's still inconvenient.
Yeah. Did you see anything at the protest today that you thought was violent, or?
No, didn't see any violence or anyone being sort of antagonistic at all.
What was the atmosphere like down there?
Yeah, it was a bit of party atmosphere.
Yeah.
Really good.
Cool. What do you think the police stopping everyone from leaving? Do you think that might change the atmosphere?
Yeah, it's liable to be seen as incitement. People are going to get cross. There's no toilets.
Yeah.
People are going to want to get out, and it's going to become more and more urgent, I think. So yes, people are. It is at risk now.
My name is Nicole. I'm from California.
And why have you come to the protest today?
Basically only because I wanted to get pictures.
Yeah, you want to take pictures?
Yeah, now I'm stuck in here, so that's interesting. Now we're protesting to get out.
Why do you think the police have stopped everyone from leaving?
I think it's their way of trying to control something, but it's because they don't have any organization involved. They have absolutely no idea what's going on, and honestly, it's not safe. There are no medical facilities in here. There's no bathroom in here. We're American, not that that makes any difference, but I mean, it's very unorganized. It's very
Shitty,
something that wouldn't happen.
British efficiency.
Yeah.
Listen, inefficiency.
Do you think there was quite a carnival atmosphere at the protest today? Have you seen anything that would justify any kind of detention of all these people?
I'm going to buy it.
Have you seen any violence? Or?
No, there's been no violence.
Not
Some
really.
people threw things at the windows, but there's no violence.
Have you seen any violence here today?
No, some people at the front threw stuff at the windows, but there's been no violence against the police or against anybody else. And I'm certain they are not legally justified to detain people against the peace. What is their reason?
Do you think that the police have paid no attention to the parliamentary report that's condemned them for intimidating protesters and detaining them unlawfully? That is very much what they've been criticised for.
Well, I feel that the first part, they haven't been intimidating today. They've been very calm and nice. But the second part of the report, they're just completely carrying it out, aren't they? They are detaining people against our will, and we could, every single person here could now sue the police force. And also, they themselves don't appear to have a reason for why they are detaining us. I also think it's provoking violence and creating a potentially really dangerous situation.
So do you think the police are making the situation much worse?
Yeah, I do. Why can't they let people disperse? People have been trying to disperse now for, I'd say, an hour. And if they'd let people disperse at a gentle pace, there wouldn't now be a backlog of people trying to get out and rush away.
And where are you trying to get to today? Are you trying to get to another meeting for the...
I'm trying to get and go and look after my mum. And I can't. I think it's ridiculous.
Okay, thanks.
I can do it.
First of all,
I can do it. I do it for you. You do it for me. We work together.
But Marcel, is it?
Marcel, yes.
Marcel,
Yeah.
could you tell me which television station
I
you're
work
from?
for Dutch television.
Yeah.
Nova television.
Nova Television.
Yeah. For tonight broadcast, I hope.
Yeah. And you were just on the other side
Yes,
of the protest?
I was just next to the bank,
Yeah.
and we were standing there with a huge crowd, and the police on horses, how do you call it in English?
Horseback?
Horseback, was standing there, and only walls on both sides of the street, so we couldn't go anywhere. And they started walking, pushing us that direction.
Yeah.
So I started looking there, and that was happening exactly the same. So we were going closer to each other. It was really terrifying, claustrophobic. So I started yelling to this policeman. I said, "What's the idea? Where to go?" And he said, "There's no possibility."
Do you think the police are making the situation more dangerous for what was otherwise peaceful protest?
Definitely. I think this is not, I'm used to the Dutch approach.
Yes.
That's like this, at ease. Try to get everyone at ease.
Yes.
That's the idea of the Dutch policeman nowadays.
Yes.
And that works. If they only stay here, stay at ease, everybody will go home.
Yeah. Well, they're not letting anyone go.
No. I can't even work. I have to edit this. So they make my work more or less impossible.
Yes.
That's a big issue, I think.
Did you know that recently a parliamentary report into the police's behaviour at protests in this country has criticised their interference with protests and their wrongful detention of protesters?
I just heard it from you.
Yes.
And now I understand.
Yes.
I understand the idea. Because this was really, like claustrophobic, sort of terrifying.
Yes.
Really, for me. You're a sound man, cameraman?
I'm both.
Okay, it's broken. And I saw a guy, I heard a guy who was really wounded.
Yes.
He was bleeding.
By the police?
Yeah, he was bleeding, and some guys shouted, what did they shout, Alex? It's my cameraman. What did they shout?
Shame on you.
Shame on you, shame on you. And he was walking away. We weren't there filming, but and how is this going to end?
Yeah, they could keep us here for hours.
It's not very intelligent, this.
No.
It's very dumb.
No, it's dumb.